trying to get by Kyle Busch here. Ooh, close.
Wide into turn 4. That moves Kyle Busch all the way up the racetrack. He has to catch it before he gets to the wall. And Hornaday catches the wall.
Caution's out, caution's out.
Caution is going to come out. Both drivers trying to get by. Looked like the 17 of Timothy Peters. They slid up the racetrack, and now Kyle Busch not happy at all.
It's all good, dude.
And Kyle Busch is going to turn the 33 to the wall. Our championship contender Hornaday in the wall.
Well, Kyle Busch should be parked for this race and maybe the rest of the season.
So he can, and especially, oh, look out! More than that.
Yellowed out.
I think Brad's going to be happy about that
Wall
one.
just past start finish here.
That is Brad walking directly toward Kyle Busch's pit.
Guys, use your heads. Don't be silly. We don't drive the car. We just work on it. Be smart.
You're going to have to leave me a little bit of room in the middle of the
Really good. Just be easy here.
Oh, we got a car on the wall.
That's 2 cars. Truex.
It's raining in turn 1.
It all of a sudden just started raining really quickly in turn 1.
Heavy damage to the 18. I'm not sure this is even repairable, and where they're at currently with multiple wins on the season, I'm just not sure, you know, the value. Oh,
He's got the wind in it now, pushing the pace car.
I don't believe I would do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It's definitely going to draw the attention of NASCAR there.
Go. He spins the tires. The one gets into him. Now, the 18 thinks he's got room, like Kyle said, because the one car started drifting down. The one car started drifting back up, and Kyle was there.
Yeah, and look, you know, you look at this on face value, and all the people that are Kyle haters out there will say Kyle Busch caused it. He didn't. This is a train reaction. It's like right behind somebody, and they take off.
Oh, Martin,
not
happy with Kyle Busch.
And he's not happy, but I think when he goes and looks at it, he'll realize exactly what happened. Look.
And I agree with your statement, altering the outcome of this race. And as I suspected there might be, there's Martin Truex Jr. around the 18 of Kyle Busch.
Yeah, Kyle Busch's car is down here in the garage, and Martin Truex Jr. came into his window net. They were having a fairly heated conversation. No blows were thrown.
Oh, there they go.
Win again.
Oh,
there they go.
I told you can't do that.
Didn't make it that time. Caution is out.
Here comes another car spinning around.
Randy LaJoy, 34.
And that's all because he locked it down.
Spin and save, though, for LaJoy, as this wreck is still going on.
I'm not sure. I think going on purpose. Still going on purpose.
I think one of them's throttles hung. I'm not sure which one.
Harvick racing Kyle Busch for position after they've made their stops.
Oh, Larry Tardine. Oh, man. Was that a misjudgment or was that a turn on purpose? Rusty, what do you think?
Well, it looked like Kevin was trying to dart back underneath him. He had a big run and just didn't quite clear him. It looked like a racing accident to me, but boy, it's
They bumped
awful.
earlier, though. Remember, they had some...
Makes you wonder.
Car to pit road.
No,
wheels off again. Here he comes.
He says, okay, this is enough. I'm going back here, and we're going to have a little talk. And there goes his car. That car just took off.
Sure, no problem. I mean, it was tight racing after the restart there, and Harvick's up on the top a little bit loose, and I had to run, and I gave him room, and he kind of came off the wall. That's a bad angle, obviously, but, you know, and then he lifted early to let me go into turn 3. I thought it was all good, and then he drives in the back of me there. So, made my car loose all the way through the exit and just made a run for those 2 guys to get back on my inside, and then obviously Clint wrecked bouncing off of Harvick, and it was just uncalled for, you know, just unacceptable racing. And, you know, it's in the last couple laps, but I gave him room off of 2. I didn't get the room, so just real unfortunate. I mean, I hated it. We tore up a few good cars there, and our double mint Camry was so good today that we should have ran up front, should have finished up front, but we kind of got marred back in traffic there and tried to fight our way back forward. So it was a really good, clean night. I probably passed the most cars tonight, but there was one I couldn't pass.
And things happen.
Things happen, that's it?
That's it. What do you do? Good racing, I guess.
What'd you guys talk about? What got discussed in the truck?
Not much.
Oh, come on, Kevin. What got talked about?
Anything really to tell you other than not much.
Is it settled between the 2 of you?
You saw the end.
Kevin.
I don't know if we saw the end. I think we saw another chapter.
You know, yesterday,
You know, Kyle's explanation was he had a flat tire and hooked me on the straightaway. So it's kind of one lie after another, and when you hook somebody in the right rear quarter panel, that's the equivalent as throwing your gloves off in hockey. It's, you know, that's the point where everybody's reached the boiling point.
Apparently he's watching too much hockey, but that's what you do in your own time during the week, I guess. You know, to me, you know, I did have a left rear tire flat, and I wasn't sure that if I turned too hard to the right to stay off of them or to get away from them, that the car would actually spin out the wrong way. My car would. So, you know, believe that for what it's worth.
Whether I was right or wrong, they're gonna back me up, and I'll do the same for them. So that's the great part about our team, and you know, the 18 team not backing him up. I mean, when you don't have a backbone, how can you back somebody up?
Bad. Here's what Kyle was referring to earlier, and that's the Childress team and Kyle Busch. I believe they've had some trouble in the past.
A little familiar, but you see, you know, Kevin runs him all the way down. Kevin's trying to protect that position. Kyle's trying to take it. But as we saw, Kevin ended up back in front of him.
His list, let's go 2 for 1. He gets Kevin Harvick as well. Harvick pulling out there behind Kyle. Is that to suck up and get a little draft down this long straightaway?
I think that's more head games right now than it is anything to do with the draft. I mean, yes, you do that, but because of who's in the 18 car, I think all Harvick is doing right now is trying to mess with Kyle's head.
Let's get the story on the 29, Marty.
Well, that debris caution we just had a moment ago, well, Kevin Harvick's the guy who found that debris with the front of his race car. There's a small hole in the front. They pitted under that last caution on lap 10, made several changes to the car because the car is extremely loose, but they are going to fix that hole under the competition caution in 4 laps. They didn't notice it until they did come down pit road, though.
Jeff Burton helping his teammate, giving him a shove into the corner.
This is all head games going on right here in the 18 and the 29.
You heard us talk about give and take. That was all take from Kevin Harvick. He did not allow most of the time. And look, he's going to drive right over to his door, get that little bit of side draft, swing back out to the outside, and get back in front of Kyle.
To get to the bottom, a place he's been plenty of times before.
This time, door-to-door contact as they come out of the turn and go down the backstretch. The racetrack goes Hornaday after being at the bottom. Sideways is Kyle Busch. Kevin Harvick holding on to second.
He might have had a little help.
Harvick gets the nod as they cross the stripe again by 21 thousandths of a second. Here comes Kyle Busch again.
And Buescher. James Buescher trying to make it 3 wide.
James Buescher. Look at and sideways again goes Kyle Busch after they come out of 2. Here comes Kevin Harvick once again, and James Buescher looks to the bottom of the track.
Look at James Buescher now.
Buescher giving Harvick another truck to deal with as Kyle Busch seems to have the advantage as they cross the stripe. That time 41 1,000ths of a second in front of Harvick.
What a great battle. Here goes Harvick up the hill.
Off the racetrack. Here comes James Buescher. Buescher will pass them both. Harvick in second. Kyle Busch back to third.
That's
oh boy.
I don't know if that's
Jeff Burton and Kyle Busch. Harsh words. And all in one direction.
Whoa, you don't see Jeff Burton get mad like that very often.
You recall that Jeff Burton ended up way up high and almost in the wall as Kyle was coming through in the middle on that restart. It's under green.
Yeah, he's got a run right here, and he's up there. That's not as bad as I thought when I first saw that. Yeah, I knew he wasn't going to be happy with his teammate, so that's what created this whole mess.
There's Kyle Busch climbing out.
That's actually the 11 hauler he's walking up into.
Kyle.
Somebody better keep me away from Denny Hamlin after this race. I had this race won. It was won.
I know, bud. We're saying the same thing, bud.